So some of the first ever videos that I did on this channel were not actually book related. If you go back in time, they are body modification videos. Videos on my plug collections, on how I stretched my ears, on how to maintain piercings, all of that fun stuff. And some of my most viewed videos are actually from back then. Part of that is obviously because they were 2.5 years ago, but part of it I think is also because there is a fair amount of body modification culture on YouTube. So once upon a time I'd wanted to do these videos, but I found that I wasn't alternative enough to actually sustain any of these sorts of videos. I don't have enough tattoos to discuss tattooing. I don't still stretch my ears. I've kept them at the same size since I started, and I actually got rid of a lot of my piercings. So I couldn't justify it. However, I just was approached by a company, again, not being paid, just given some products to review, honestly. And however, I still love these sorts of videos, so I thought that I would do one. So Urban Body Jewelry approached me and I was allowed to pick a couple of plugs to review. It came in this bag. So I have the container and the bag. So I'd say that the customer service was pretty good in this. Not that I have a lot of experience, but the person that approached me was very straightforward as to what to do and sort of held my hand throughout the process. Shipping did take a while, but that is purely based off of the fact that I live in Canada and I have yet to really have a package come in really quickly. I think the only one that ever come in quickly has been Amazon, and that's because they have warehouses in Canada. It came in a bag like this, and you have this here. This is a really interesting package, but they basically stuffed them all in here. This looks like something that you'd actually have at just a regular body jewelry place in the mall, but I guess it was just easy for them to carry. And then I also have a baggie of stickers and also of codes that you can use at the store. I think it's 10% off, so I'll link that down below. So I got 3 plugs, and they came in baggies like this. This is pretty standard for any sort of body jewelry that you get, which is where they're perforated at the top, so you have to tear them open. And this is for hygienic reasons. Once you open it, of course, you can't return them. So if you want to return something, you have to leave it like this. So for all of these plugs, I picked a 00 10mm size gauge with single flares. And the reason I did this is because I find that the flares that I have, the double flares, are really painful to put in. I think that because I actually float around somewhere between 9 and 10 millimeters, because I know each company will sometimes define 00 differently, that if I have a smaller size in my ears, I can't put flares in. And usually the smaller sizes of plugs that I have are generally the ones that are most comfortable. So I tend to accidentally like stretch up or down. Which determined a little bit of the kind of plugs that I got, because I got to pick a couple and there are a lot of beautiful ones on the site. There's a huge selection, which is really awesome, of a lot of different things that you would see, but I was really limited a little bit on sort of what I could pick just because of that, and that's not their problem. That's my own errors with stretching. So I'll just show you what I got here. So the first one is pink glass single flared. They have clear O-rings in the back. I've never had any sort of glass before. I've had Teflon and acrylic and that sort of thing, but not glass. So that's what they look like. That's pretty cool. I really like how that kind of shines. So the second ones are these. They're silver frame opalite dome steel plugs. So steel on the outside and here, and then opalite in the middle, very like sparkly. And what I really like and didn't realize is that they have this on the back, which is really cool. So it's not just like an empty hole that people see. I have a version of these from Body Art Forms, I think. They're actually just like normal earrings. And the problem with my normal second piercing is that they were actually pierced wrong. So I would have to get them re-pierced to really wear any of those earrings on that second piercing. So that's what they look like. Pretty classy. I really like that. They remind me of like 1960s sort of Mad Men sort of earrings. All right, so there you go. Very similar to the other ones, but I also really like these. Pretty awesome. Yeah, so thanks Urban Body Jewelry for these plugs. I really like them. I have to say, in all honesty, because this is of course going to be a very honest video, that I can't really imagine a company that I dislike when it comes to body jewelry. I find that with Urban Body Jewelry and Body Art Forms that there is a huge selection, and it's organized really well because you end up being able to look at sizes and different materials and all that fun stuff. Customer service is great, and they feel nice, and I'm glad to not be getting double flares. So yeah, so there's a code for anybody who's interested, and I'll link the website down below. So thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, like, do your thing, and I will talk to you later.